Studio today, relocated to West Point, Mississippi at Sally Kate Winters Family Services. Once again, lunch provided by Sweet Peppers Deli in Columbus. And also text SuperTalk 24 to 41444 to make a donation. SuperTalk 24. That's one word, to 41444 to make a donation. And we welcome now Brittany Turner, Director, Boys and Girls Club of the Golden Triangle in Columbus. Brittany, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us what's going on at the Boys and Girls Club in Columbus, and how are you connected to Sally Kate Winters?
We have a lot of great things going on at the Boys and Girls Club of the Golden Triangle. Matter of fact, today we're getting ready for an event to host and celebrate all of our contributors tonight, and just recognize them for the great work that they do to support our organization. But in collaborations with the Sally Kate Winters organization, they are one of our greatest and biggest supporters. They provide various programs to our middle and high school students, different programs such as human trafficking prevention, runaway prevention, and just us being a safe place for them to come if they're having any type of problems or abuse or experience any type of difficulties at home or at school.
So how important is it to integrate those sorts of activities that the Boys and Girls Club offers with the work that's being done here at Sally Kate Winters when they're trying to get these children stabilized and
Right.
and hopefully reunited with their families and just onto a productive life?
Well, it's very, very important. It's a major resource tool that we are grateful to have. It's something that's definitely beneficial to our students, and not only beneficial to our students, but the adults as well, because we also have to be trained, and Sally Kate has been a part of that training where we go through a training to recognize any type of trauma, to recognize any type of abuse that children may be experiencing. And so without this program, we would probably have minimum amount of tools to go about to allow our kids to express themselves or even just bring that type of awareness to them. And walking in on some of the programs is very, hands-on. The kids can connect with it. So it's not them just sitting there and hearing the knowledge, but they're able to interact with activities to kind of make it more interesting to them, so they'll be able to remember the knowledge and take it home and share it with friends. And they also provide them with cards and different things like that with a hotline on there, so they can have those personal things to connect with and have with them if they feel that they ever need to use those cards or their information.
What sorts of activities do they engage in at the Boys and Girls Club?
They engage in various activities. One activity that Sally Kate Winters does with our middle and high school students is bingo. And that's a game that they love to play throughout the club, from our elementary students all the way up to high school. But in that fun, interactive program, they're able to learn and they're able to have fun with it. But they're also able to learn about different conflict resolution tools, too. So everything that they do is hands-on, and they can take that away with them and use it elsewhere.
So the collaboration between Sally Kate Winters and the Boys and Girls Club, do you guys communicate and talk about maybe particular needs or progress or areas that need some work that you'll apply in the activities selected for a child?
Well, with the Boys and Girls Club, our club, we already have various programs that we offer kids on a daily basis. And so Sally Kate Winters is a partner that we utilize very often. I would say if not every month, every other month, that we're utilizing some of the resources and the tools that they have, and we collaborate that way to be able to merge what we're doing at the Boys and Girls Club and the things that they can bring from Sally Kate Winters, and we merge it together and we implement it in a very big way.
I see. See if we can keep the tent from falling down here as the wind comes through.
Yeah.
So on average then, over the given course of a year, how many of those that are using the services of the club are also part of the Sally Kate Winters?
Right now, we do not have any students that's a part of the Sally Kate Winters to my knowledge. Previously, last fall, we did have a student outreach that was in a situation where they ended up running away from home. And knowing that the Boys and Girls Club is a safe place, she ran there. This particular situation, I was out of town at a conference at the time, and my assistant director called me. And so we kind of use the process and the information from Sally Kate Winters to get her hooked up with where she needed to be and get her in a safe place at that moment.
I see. So the programs that you use at the club, are these things handed down by the national organization that have been developed just over time and working with children like this?
Yes, so our national headquarters is in Atlanta, Georgia, and so we adopt various programs. It's over 3,000 programs, and we adopt specific ones that will cater to our children and their needs in our community, and we implement those programs in-house at our unit. We have 3 locations, Columbus, Starksville, and West Point. So we implement various programming, including Sally Kate Winters programs at all of our units.
I see. So do you work with the other Boys and Girls Club to kind of idea exchange and share things that work and maybe things that didn't work so well?
Absolutely. So we collaborate a lot to see what works, what didn't work, or how can we improve on this, or even down to the time frame. Did we go too long with the program? Can we shorten it a little bit? Kids and their time frame is very small these days, so we do our best to make any type of improvements needed so the kids can get the knowledge and information they need to.
Do they end up making friends with other kids as being part of the club?
Absolutely. That's one of the greatest things that they love to do. They love to come. They love to network. They love to hang out. We just had spring break, so we had some kids that were coming from different counties or different cities, and so they made friends just within, that short amount of time, and they love to, exchange numbers and stay connected, and we invite them to come back even during the summer to be a part of our organization.
You try to keep them busy while they're there?
Yes, sir. As much as possible. We open at 7:30 and we close at 5:30. So as much as possible, from the time they get there, we're doing something to the time that we leave, whether it's programming, a field trip, or just in-house activities. They're always on the move.
Okay.
So it's never a dull moment. And, parents send me pictures all the time. As soon as they get in the car, they're asleep in the back seat. So that's always a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
You said field trips. What's an example?
Okay, so we have educational field trips, and then we have field trips where we just like to have fun. So educational field trips, we went to the Science Museum. I have some middle school students that love science, and they're always competing in the science fair project. So we take them to the Science Museum and just learn different things about the animals and the different things that's there. But then we like to have fun as well on the other hand, and so they love going to Incredible Pizza. In Cordova, Tennessee, and just hanging out there, going to the arcade and eating as much food as they can. So, yeah, we try to keep them very, very busy.
So you said you open at 7. What time do you close?
5:30.
Okay.
7:30 to 5:30 every day.
And it's going
during
strong.
The summer, every day during the summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Filled up during the summer for the most part?
Well, right now we just opened up summer registration.
Okay.
So we are opening our doors for applications in all 3 locations, Columbus, Starksville, and West Point.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you anticipate, or are you in the know about perhaps any additional Boys and Girls Clubs being built around the state?
I am not aware of anything around the state as of this moment, but next week we do have a conference. All the clubs in the state of Mississippi will be over in Philadelphia, Mississippi, for a big conference that we have every year. And so if anything is brewing, I'll find out then.
What sort of stuff do you guys talk about at the conference?
Well, we come together. There's an opportunity for any newcomers that are doing their own boarding process and new to the organization. They get a chance to be trained on what to expect and trained on programs and the different outlets and the different schedules and the ins and outs of just the Boys and Girls Club. Is
this another situation where you share ideas? It's a collaborative experience?
Yes, we do. We do have people that come in and they share their stories and they say, hey, this is working well for me. So we're able to take notes and say, well, we're going to use what you're doing and see if it works for us. And then on the other side, we have some that say, hey, I'm struggling right now with this. So how can you guys help? So it's just a big, we call it family reunion because in this field, we're all family and we're working towards the same thing. And that's keeping our kids safe and making sure they're aware of everything around them.
Brittany Turner, Director, Boys and Girls Club of the Golden Triangle in Columbus. Thanks for coming on, Brittany. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Folks, we're stepping aside for a break right now. We're in the Element Wealth studio. It's Sally Kate Winters in West Point, Mississippi.